What's up, guys? I'm Brunelle. We're here at Santa Barbara Skate Park, and today I'm going to teach you guys how to do frontside ollie to truck bash, also commonly referred to as frontside truck bash. So if you want to start learning how to do frontside ollie truck bash, I'd say there's 4 tricks that you really want to have down before stepping to this trick. And those tricks are a frontside pivot, frontside grind, frontside Smith, and frontside ollie. By having all 4 of those tricks and you put them together, then you'll be doing frontside ollie truck bash too, because frontside ollie is the frontside ollie. Getting your truck down is something like a front pivot and frontside grind, but you're really landing in Smith. So if you have Smith, you're just gonna fall right in. And if you can do those 4 tricks, then there's no reason why you guys can't do frontside ollie truck bash too. I think the first thing we should go over with frontside ollie to truck bash is your foot placement. Your foot placement for frontside ollie truck bash is similar to that of a frontside ollie or even a frontside grind. You're gonna have your front foot like on the bolts or right under. I like to have my front 2 bolts showing right over my foot, so it gives me a little bit of room so I can roll my foot like I do on an ollie to allow my board to get into the air. And then with my back foot, I have my back foot on the tail and I have my heel hanging off. I like my toe in the pocket because that helps me with my scoop on my ollie and my pop. And it also helps me lay down the truck onto the coping when doing the frontside truck bash. You can see this quarter pipe behind me is super mellow, basically just like a bank with the coping. So if you have something like that at your local skate park, I'd say this is a good obstacle to start doing the frontside ollie truck bash on. It's going to avoid, hang up, avoid that initial fall, and it's going to help build your confidence into getting this trick. Just do a few frontside ollies low, keep working our way up, little small frontside ollies into truck bash, and then just start getting the idea of how to do frontside ollie truck bash. First starting to do frontside ollie truck bash, it can be scary because you don't know where to ollie, you don't know where to take off from. So one way to really work your way up is to start on a smaller quarter pipe and work it up to a bigger quarter pipe. You want to just do a low frontside ollie right at the coping. You want to spot where you're going to place your back truck, so spot your landing. It's crucial to make sure you look where you're going to put your truck, because you don't want to put it too far over that you hang up and fall, and you don't want to be too far under that you don't hit the truck. So when you ollie, you want to make sure you're looking at the coping and you want to place your truck right there into the frontside truck bash. It's kind of like a front Smith, and from there you kind of just fall in and land the trick. When you're going up to the coping, just like a frontside grind or a frontside ollie, you're going to want to start rotating your shoulders because you're winding up. You're going to be doing a frontside 180, except you're not going to be turning all the way around. Because you're landing in a truck bash, it's more of like a 90-degree ollie, slapping your back truck onto the coping. Once your back truck's on the coping, you just got to kind of lean with your shoulders where you want to go. If you're going back into the transition, you're going to lean your shoulders in and pump your way out, and there you guys have it. You guys just did a frontside truck bash too. So also, if you guys at your skate park, you have a quarter pipe like this one behind me and it has no coping, doing ollie truck bashes on that is very easy to learn on because there's not really much of a hang up factor. If you ollie over into disaster, there's no coping to hang up on, so you can ride it back in. So it's a lot safer to try this trick on a no coping before coping. Personally, I think it's easier to try on coping because having coping is kind of like a ledge. It's like a safety net. You can like catch your truck in there and it catches you and you just ride it back in. But some people are afraid of coping when first starting to try the trick. So I'd recommend maybe trying the Frontside Ollie Truck Bash on a no coping quarter pipe. Let's do a few. So if you guys have something like this obstacle here at your park with the quarter pipe setback, that is really, really gonna help you with learning how to do Frontside Ollie Truck Bash, because you're not on the same level quarter pipe. So when you have a setback quarter pipe, it's easier to ollie up and spot your landing, spot where your back truck's gonna get. So if you have something like this at one of your local parks, I'd recommend trying it on something like this, because it's really gonna help you get used to the idea of doing the trick more. And then once you take it from there, you can take it to a flat wall quarter pipe and start cranking these things out. So if you're gonna start learning how to do Frontside Ollie Truck Bash, I'd say first start on a mellower quarter pipe, or a quarter pipe that doesn't have much of a hang-up factor, because you're gonna be doing ollies into truck bash. It's a little bit hard. You're aiming for a small area on your truck versus like a frontside disaster where you have the whole middle of your board to land on the coping. So it's a little bit easier, but when you're doing your truck bash, you know, you have a slim room for error, you know what I'm talking about? So just try to start on a smaller quarter pipe, a quarter pipe where you're not gonna hang up, a quarter pipe with not huge coping. And from there you can work it into, you know, different transitions, different skate parks, just different obstacles in general. So when doing this trick, the foot placement is very important. You want that front foot under the bolt so you can get that ollie. You know, rolling the foot on the board is gonna bring up that back end. And bringing up the back end on a Frontside Ollie Truck Bash is so important, because the higher that you bring up that back end, the louder the smack of the truck is gonna be. Even the louder the smack, usually the easier it is to come in off that. So try to bring up that back leg, spot your landing on the coping, slap that thing in and just go for it. Balls to the wall, baby. So one really cool thing about doing Frontside Ollie Truck Bash is once you get the trick down, you can get the basics, you can do them on regular quarter pipes, bigger quarter pipes, then you can start flying into it. You can make it your own, you can make it unique. This trick is cool because when you do it really good and it's a really loud slap, you can just hear that smack of the truck on the coping. Everyone in the park looks at you, everyone starts clapping. It's a trick that grabs people's attention, honestly. So once you get the trick down, you can just start doing it everywhere. People will notice, I'm telling you, people will notice. Some common falls that do happen with a Frontside Truck Bash is if you're ollieing up and you say you miss the truck, you land in hang up, you know, you're gonna land in hang up. So I say the first thing you do on a hang up is, you know, you just try to avoid that initial splat like I've mentioned in my other videos. Try to get your arms in front of you, and if you can get your arms in front of you, use your arms to project them onto the ground to perform a tuck and roll, and that's how you'll avoid, you know, falling on a hang up. Other falls that happen with this is, you know, you're truck locking up, or you're not getting into the truck bash right. So as long as everything feels right, then you should go for it, you know? That's what I always say for any trick. Frontside truck. The cool thing about Frontside Truck Bash is that you can, once you learn the trick and you get it down, you can make it your own. You can make it unique. If you look at skaters like Jimmy Wilkins or Rune Glifberg, if you see them on a vert ramp, they'll do a massive ollie, they'll lift up their back leg, and then they'll straighten it out and slap it on the coping, and it's like one of their own, you know? And there's other ways people can do it. People will ollie up in truck bash, people have been to truck bash. So once you learn the truck bash, then you can really go in there, make it your own, and you can even do more tricks with it, you know, grabbing into it, flipping into it, sticking off a leg, ollie north truck bash. There's so many possibilities. So by learning this one trick, you'll unlock the door to many other tricks. Everybody, that's gonna wrap up my video on how to ollie frontside truck bash. So just follow all the steps that I listed before. You know, don't turn your shoulders too much when going into it. Make sure you spot where you're gonna get your truck at, and just keep going for it. Don't give up. It's a hard trick to get used to, but once you start doing them and doing them and doing them, it'll become muscle memory, and then you guys will have them every try, and then you can really start cranking those ollies up and smacking that truck down. But if you guys have any questions about the trick or any other tricks you want to learn in general, just leave them in the comments below. As always, thank you for watching. Thanks for all your support, and I'll see you guys on the next one.